Yo, what is up, my dudes? I'm back with another video. This one's going to be titled Mukuru's Game, as this is another fanfic that I made a while back, which has a humongous reference to Avatar The Last Airbender in it, which I will get to when I get to that part. Now, this fanfic starts off with Mukuru and Shido going to the supermarket, right? Doesn't really seem too bad, basically. Shido gets into a car wreck, and Mukuru actually hits her head, falls unconscious, and is brought to the hospital, basically. And so she's eventually in, like, the intensive care unit and all that. The huge recovery room, I meant, not intensive care, because it wasn't too bad. To where Shido and the actual doctor were actually talking, and Mukuru was like in like a coma-like state for a little bit. She woke up, could hear and everything, but then she realized one crucial thing. She couldn't see at this point. She lost all of her vision. Kaiba, basically, the doctor came in. Yes, I used Kaiba as the actual doctor. I know that's weird. Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm sorry, I thought I would jolt that in there. So he says, well, it might have been from the wreck. And Shido obviously freaks out, and the freaking doctor, aka Kaiba, was like, relax. We'll get her fitted with a white cane, and she'll get some training with it, and then she'll be good, basically. So he reassures Shido that after the training and all that, Mukuru will be good to go. Basically, a few days go by, and Mukuru has even modified her actual white cane to have a yellow handle, basically, because her favorite color is, I think it's yellow. Do not trust me on that. I don't really know. I've never really gone into Mukuru's likes or anything from the Dead Alive series. So I kind of just made that up. Don't take that as actual proof of her favorite color, because I really don't know. I just thought it would be yellow, personally. So she eventually really gets really used to it, and eventually decided to leave the house one day. And this is where the reference of Avatar The Last Airbender comes in. So she is on the sidewalk, basically, and there was this, I don't really want to, it's not really a card shark, it's a, what is it, con man, basically. He's doing the ball and cup game, basically, where you have to actually guess the actual, he spins the cups-ish around, and basically, and Mukuru would have to actually find the actual ball. But this is where the actual reference from one of the episodes actually comes into play. It's not just a regular game. Remember, I said he was a con man. So this is where the reference comes in. He would actually, while moving the cups around, he would actually, push the ball up into one of his shirt sleeves to where the victim would automatically basically lose. It's basically a lose-lose situation, unless you are Toph from Avatar, basically. Spoiler alert, she actually knew what the con man was doing in the episode, but that's irrelevant to this story. So Mukuru says a line that is similar to Toph. Well, how could I possibly play? I'm blind. And the same con man says, you don't have to play to be lucky, basically. So she plays the game, loses, and this is where the story just gets kind of dark. I will probably have to edit or not say some of this because it gets dark. So he actually asked her to come with him, basically, and she not really, Mukuru not really being one of the smartest of the spirits in the series, doesn't really think much of it, and I think she was taken to a warehouse and then knocked out, I think, or chloroformed, like those frickin' knuckleheads did to me in one of my dreams. Yeah, I got chloroformed, firsthand after a friend told me about the drug in one of my frickin' dreams, which I eventually told him about. So I think I threw that in there. I think I threw that actual drug in there. I will not say what it is used for most of the time, because that will get me, I'll have to censor the word out again. So she gets knocked, Mukuru specifically gets knocked out, and then she's actually taken into a room where there are multiple guys in the actual room, and this is when it really gets really, really dark, and this is where she actually hears them talking. I don't really remember what some of the guys actually say, but basically, it's basically a, I might have to edit this out, it's basically a sex trafficking ring, basically. So, she's in the trafficking ring, blah, 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 she gets tossed around from owner to owner to owner to owner, basically, which they're all pretty freaking nice. So, I mean, I didn't really have any of them that were, like, really, really mean to Mukuru or nothing. But eventually, on one of the beds of her new actual temporary owners, basically, she hears one of the TV reporters say, well, this girl has been missing for a while, basically. Mukuru has been missing for a while. If you would know any of her whereabouts, to contact us, and that her family members are really, really worried about her. Blah, 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 blah. Basically, like, the whole, missing persons situation, basically. Which I think I can actually talk about that. I don't think I'll have to actually edit this out, because I just remembered some of this is on some of the scary stuff that I watch. Specifically Dateline NBC, or NBC. So, I mean, I from experience, from watching that on YouTube, I don't think I will have to edit this out. As long as I don't go into too much of the details, I don't think I will. So, long story short, she tries to get her new, quote-unquote, buddies. I said quote-unquote because they're the ones controlling the whole ring and all that, blah, 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 blah. And she tries to get them to get her back to Shido. Of course, she made a deal with them, and basically was stuck doing that for the rest of however long they really, really wanted to go for, with, to actually have her do this for, which just means the rest of her days. Basically, she was stuck in that loop of being in that ring, basically. So, that actually ends the fanfic, though, guys. I hope you enjoyed. This one, I also got reprimanded on by the same motherfricker, the same Rex dude, because I cannot remember his long first part of his first name for the life of me. So he just refer him to as Rex, because I don't remember his first part of his first name. But obviously, I do have some friends of mine who actually really like Mukuru almost as much as me. I actually did a sequel to one of my friends, Grand Leviathan's fanfics as well, which I will probably be doing shortly. So if you want more Mish and Mukuru content, stay tuned for that, because I've made several fanfics. This is not the only one with her in it, and I actually did a sequel to Grand Leviathan's, what was it? It was the, performance grading one. And a friend of mine who actually really likes Mukuru actually says, dude, thank you for making a sequel to this. I always wanted a sequel. And I said, well, yeah, I actually always did too. So I actually went into a sequel with that. It's one that I made. But that's just me, because, like, personally, me and that other friend of mine, we both always wanted a sequel to it, though. But I mean, I didn't really take his work. I just expanded upon it, basically. So don't go thinking that I actually plagiarized his actual stuff, because I don't. Like, I mean, that's just lame, and it's basically copying. I don't do that. It's lame, it's boring, and it's obviously against the actual rules and everything. So I don't do that. I just expanded upon that fanfic. I don't know which one I'll do next. Maybe that one. I don't know. That one's pretty short though. That one, but I don't really care if they're short. I still do them. I'll still upload them on my channel anyway. But I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this does not get taken down. But I don't think it will. I've seen Dateline episodes with this type of dark content, so hopefully I don't. We'll see. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I am unfortunately running out of time. So, plus I've gone on talking enough. The fanfic's already over, basically the main topic. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.